For those of you over in the test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test. On the barn area, anybody looking for some food can come on over in the judges stand area. Colleen has her barbecue going today, so make sure you get over. Been lots of activity already, so if you're hungry, those of you arriving here today over in the barn area, well, if you get a chance, come on over. Barbecue happening over here by the judges stand. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Exhibition Park Raceway on this Saturday afternoon of racing. Barry O'Maciasic, final day. Race number 5 going for a purse of almost $42,000. And wanted to start the day off. First of all, pass along the program changes that we do have so far. Program changes. Draw your attention to race 2. Race 2, number 2, One Hot Penelope. The driver will be Dale Spence. Race 2, number 2, One Hot Penelope. You can make the driver Dale Spence. Also in the second race, number 4, Love in Paradise, has been scratched. Scratch number 4, Love in Paradise, out of race number 2. And then race number 5, just an equipment note. On the 6th entry, All the Way to Cardigan will go from a blinker to a blind bridle. That's All the Way to Cardigan. Goes from a blinker to a blind bridle in race number 5. And that, of course, is the Barry O'Maciasic stake. And going for a purse of close to $42,000. Our presiding judges for the afternoon, our presiding judge and head judge is Dylan Alain, Mr. Bob Wallace, associate, along with Associate Judge Ed Smith. And before we begin this afternoon's action, ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, we would please ask you to stand for the playing of O Canada. Very much, ladies and gentlemen. And we have 26 minutes now for wagering on race number 1, our first of 5 races on the day. We have daily double for races 1 and 2. Also race 1 featuring exactor, win and place. Start of your pick 5, so keep that in mind. Make sure you're in nice and early and looking over the program early, and make your selections for our pick 5 this afternoon, starting right with race number 1. Also, triactor wagering available on race number 1. And in just a moment, we'll have Curtis Johnston join us from downstairs, and he'll have an in-depth look at this afternoon's card, including the final of the Barry O'Maciasic coming up as race number 5. So pari-mutuel windows open and selling. We're now at 25 minutes to post. 25 minutes, and up next we'll have Kurt with a look at this afternoon's program.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Exhibition Park Raceway on this Saturday afternoon, July the 9th. Curtis Johnson joining you here as always. You've already heard from my partner Scott Waddell upstairs in the booth. We're here for a 5-dash program of live action. Of course, main event time will be the Barry O'Maciasic 3-year-old final coming up in race number 5 for the tune of a purse of $41,470. Field of 8, Fernhill General, Fernhill Gusto, Howmac, Maximus, Orr's Terror, Soul Assassin, All the Way to Cardigan, Mitch, and Zendaya Cougar Beach. Of course, what a great field. 3-year-old pacers here, some of the finest in the Maritimes. Of course, elimination winners Fernhill General and Fernhill Gusto, both drawing 1 and 2. Our 2 elimination winners, of course, all the way to Cardigan. Comes off of a narrow defeat. He was only beat a quarter length in his elim last week. He's got to do it from the outside again, out into post 6. However, he's more than up to the task, and some great, great other 3-year-olds in there. And the lone filly, Ors Terror, will be all pulling for her. She's got the St. John connections, and she's the girl taking on the boys, so she is the number 4. So that's going to be one great race to end out our card here. Barry O'Macaisic final. Once again, purse of $41,470. 4 other live races to go along with that, starting at 1 p.m., about 23 minutes. Of course, all kinds of simulcast action going on today, as always, for our Meadowlands players. Big night tonight at the Meadowlands. Meadowlands Pace Eliminations. Crazy card of race in their Graduate Series finals going. Bulldog Hanover coming in fresh off of tying the world record last week, 146 flat. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 146 flat. 25 and 3 on the end, and his one. He'll be coming in the 11th race tonight. But the 2 Meadowlands Pace eliminations are tonight. Those are getting underway at 7:20. Of course, Red Shores tonight at 6:30. Woodbine Mohawk Park, and all your favorites that you can bet for our simulcast menu. Glad if you could join us here today. As Scott mentioned upstairs, Colleen's got her barbecue rocking out there, smelling good as always. Come down, get yourself a sausage or whatnot here. It's great to have her back again. Scott Bernard running around selling 50-50 tickets in support of the NSBOA. Don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets here this afternoon. Absolutely beautiful Saturday here at Exhibition Park Raceway. Should be a fast track without a doubt. And if you're here out front joining us, you can tune in on your FM dial 98.3. And you can also bet as well right from your vehicle on your mobile device at hpibet.com. Of course, we have sellers right here down outside the judges stand, upstairs in the sulky room. A couple of self-serves here as well for you to use. So 22 minutes to post on race number 1. Can't wait to get the day started. Barry O'Macaisic Day here goes as race number 5, but we get her all kick-started here at 1 p.m. In about 20 minutes, about 10 minutes from now, starters will be on track. And we'll be back to take a look at the first race, do a little handicapping for you. And don't forget that pick 5, ladies and gentlemen. Scott mentioned that kicks off right off. There are only 5 races, so you got to get the first one to get in on that pick 5. So do a little handicap, and you got about 20 minutes to get your pick 5 ticket in for that here today. So we'll be back about 15 minutes, and we'll be back and take a look at first race action.
There on your screens are our handicapping selections for this afternoon. Kurt has gone with a 5-1-4, Footprints in the Sand, Nanny Bernice. And for third, Theodore J. Down. And our program selections going with a 5-1-3 combination. And my picks aren't up there, but I will go with a 5-1 and 2. 5-1 and 2 combination. So we're all over the 5 and the 1. And the first race, of course, the first half of your daily double, pick 5. So make sure you check your programs over carefully and get your selections in on today's pick 5. It starts right with race number 1. Also, exactor wagering available, win and place, and triactor betting. We're down to 19 minutes of wagering time, 19. And if you have a few moments before the race, grab your 50-50 tickets and also grab something to eat at Colleen's Barbecue right downstairs here by the judges stand. and all kinds of great goodies down there, sausages, hamburgers, hot dogs. So go get in on today's barbecue happening right beside the judges stand here this afternoon. Coming up on 18 minutes to post, race number 1. I want to say a big hello to those of you watching with us online, wherever you're watching from this afternoon. Don't forget, you can visit our website at horseracingnb.com, and you can grab a program for the afternoon. And you can also bet, of course, our races here at Exhibition Park with HPI Bet. And all you have to do, if you don't have an account, just go to hpibet.com. It's simple to pick up and get your account, and you can bet from any media device, whether it be your phone, laptop, or whatever. So again, get in on today's races. Start of your pick 5 here in race number 1. Field of 5, race number 1. There are no changes on the first race. Now 18 minutes to post race number 1. Now down to 15 minutes. 15 minutes wet wagering here for race number 1, our first of 5 on this beautiful Saturday in St. John. And what a day we have here for racing. Fast track conditions definitely for this afternoon. No sign of any rain. So we should have a fantastic track condition day for our big Barry O'Macisaac finale coming up in race number 5. And for those of you just checking in with us, we'll go over the program changes once again before we get the first race starters on the track in about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes. Race 1, there are no changes. No changes in the first. In race 2, number 2, One Hot Penelope, second half of your daily double. We do have a driver change on One Hot Penelope, and should be handled this afternoon by Dale Spence. That's race 2, number 2, One Hot Penelope. Make the driver now Dale Spence. Also in race number 2, number 4, Love in Paradise, has been scratched and will not go. Love in Paradise will not go. Race number 2. That leaves a field of 5. Then an equipment note in race number 5, Burial McIsaac final. Number 6, All the Way to Cardigan. He'll go from a blinker to a blind bridle. So an equipment adjustment on All the Way to Cardigan for today's final. He'll go from a blinker to a blind bridle here this afternoon. So again, our judges this afternoon are presiding judge Dylan Elaine, associate judges Mr. Bob Wallace and Mr. Ed Smith, and all races here at Exhibition Park Raceway conducted under the rules and regulations of the Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission. Down to 13 minutes, and checking the odds board here in race number 1, and a lot of money on the 4 entry. Theodore J. Down and number 5, Footprints in the Sand. They are the early 2 favorites here in race number 1. So again, don't forget, pick 5 wagering this afternoon. Just 5 races, meaning that the pick 5 will start right with race number 1. So you've got to get in. If you want in on today's pick 5, it starts here in the upcoming first race. Also race 1, if you're a daily double player, races 1 and 2 are your daily doubles, early daily double here today. Again, 50-50 tickets. Scott Bernard is around selling 50-50 tickets this afternoon. The draw will be coming up later on in this afternoon's card. Now less than 9 minutes to post on race 1. Now 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Starters should be on the racetrack in a couple minutes. Here for the first race. Field of 5. There are no changes in your first race. Race 2. Dale Spence will drive number 2, One Hot Penelope. And also in the second race, Love in Paradise has been scratched. So that'll leave a field of 5 for the second race. And again, pick 5 wagering available, picking up right with race number 1. So make sure you're in early on the pick 5 and have a chance at today's pick 5 starting in the upcoming first race. Checking the odds board, the 4 and 5 both equal favorites right now with 8 minutes, both sitting at 2 to 5. Theodore J. Down and Footprints in the Sand. They're both at 2 to 5. The starters for race 1 should be on the track in just a moment here for post parade. And then we'll have Curtis Johnston have a look at the field a little bit more in depth after today's post parades. And now down to 4 minutes, just 4 minutes on race number 1. Starter should be out in the track here in just a moment for our first race. And checking the odds board with just 4 minutes to go. Number 5, Footprints in the Sand, now the overwhelming favorite at 1 to 9. The 4, Theodore J. Downs at second at 8 to 5. And then Nanny Bernice has started to take some money. She's sitting right now at 4 to 1. Again, race 1 is the start of your pick 5, so make sure you're in nice and early here in race number 1. And good crowd on hand with us here this afternoon, so make sure as well that you please wager early and avoid that last-minute lineup at the mutuals. So make your selections as early as you can. There's self-serve betting machines available in the sulky room as well. So that's another option if you'd like to buy your tickets in advance. There are some self-serve machines up in the sulky room lounge. Starters getting set to come on the racetrack here for race number 1. Then we'll have the post parade in just a moment. And the starters for race number 1 in this Barry O'Maisaac afternoon of racing, with the final coming up at the end of the day. Almost 42,000 up for grabs. Race 1, though, here is number 1, Nanny Bernice, owned by Janice Hubbard. She trains as well with driver Wayne Hubbard from post 1. 2 is the 2-year-old as well, Silent Movie Star, owned by Jen Ritchie. Wayne Watson co-owns, trains, and drives. 3 is Cocan Harry, owned by Euless Gallant. He also trains. The driver this afternoon, Jerry Gallant. 4, Theodore J. Down, Jill Barrio in the driver's seat for owner Steve Downey and trainer Steve Mason. Outside 5, the newcomer, Footprints in the Sand, owned by Andrea Renison, Basil Sherry, Clarissa Mahar and Ian McDonald. George Renison trains, Todd Treitz in the driver's seat. So field of 5, race number 1. Your betting options, daily double, exactor, win in place, along with pick 5 wagering and triactor. And we'll send it down to Curtis Johnston, and he'll have a closer look at the field here in the first.
And with starters on track for the first race of the day, we're going to take a look at this contest on screen now. It's my top selection here in race number 1, Footprints in the Sand. 3-year-old son of Sunshine Beach makes his maritime debut here today. He's recently joined Team Renison and comes in off a qualifier at Rideau Carleton on June the 19th of 2:01.3. Of course, regular pilot for the Renison stable, Todd Treitz, is in the bike today, and I think we'll see if he can make that first maritime start a winning one here this afternoon. And he is currently 4-5 on the board, second choice. On screen now is Nanny Bernice, rail starter here this afternoon. She races for Janice Hubbard. Brother Wayne will do the driving here this afternoon. This filly's had 2 starts. Last week she was a runner-up finisher in the NB Breeders. Paced a mile 2:09 and 2 over the off track. She's hit the board in both of her starts so far this season. She has rail control here this afternoon. We'll see if Wayne can get her spotted well here, and definitely she could get another piece of the action here this afternoon. She is 2-1 currently on the board right now. On screen now is your current favorite, Theodore J. Down. He comes in off of a third-place effort most recently here at EPR last week. 2:08 and 3 over the off-track. It was his third place finish this season out of 7 starts. He's still looking to get his first lifetime win. He's had 15 trips behind the gate with the 4/3. Joe Barrio's back to drive again today for trainer Steve Mason and owner Steve Downey. Taking some money on the board, getting some support at 7-5 currently. He is second choice, Theodore J. Down.
Last chance at the Mutual. Starters are heading to the backstretch. Your last chance if you wish any part of this first race.
And starters are assembling on the backstretch, moving into position. First of 5 races to go to the gate here this afternoon on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in St. John. Gate is in position, wings open, wheels are rolling. For the first time today, we'll send her upstairs to Scott Waddell with the race call of the first race.
Thank you very much, Kurt. What an afternoon of racing here at Exhibition Park Raceway. It's Barry O'Maciasic final day, and time to get the show on the road, as they say, as the starters for race number 1 getting settled in behind the gate on the Saturday, July 9th program. Beautiful day for racing here at Exhibition Park Raceway. This is the first of 5 on the day. As they approach the top of the stretch, we've got Nanny Bernice, Wayne Hubbard, Silent Movie Star, and Wayne Watson, Kokan Harry, Jerry Gallant, Theodore J. Down, and Jill Barrio, Footprints in the Sand, and Todd Trites. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Theodore J. Down goes to a break. Footprints and follows a gate out of there, and Trites angles lawns into the first turn, and the Son of Sunshine Beach right to the front here, getting away second. That's Silent Movie Star, 1/8 of a mile in. Then Nanny Bernice sits back in third. Kokan Harry watches the action. He's unhurried from fourth, and after the break and catching the field, that's Theodore J. Down. They're strung out single file to the opening quarter, and Trites stacks them up here. The opening quarter, 31 and 2, the newcomer. Footprints in the Sand, the Son of Sunshine Beach, out a length and a half, sitting pretty in the pocket. Nanny Bernice, then back third. Off the cones, here comes Silent Movie Star, then back fourth, Kokan Harry. Theodore J. Down still trails through the stretch to the half. And your leader up top, Footprints in the Sand. On the outside, Nanny Bernice first up, challenger. Then Silent Movie Star third. Kokan Harry follows a cover fourth. Theodore J. Down there by the half, 105 and 1 as they race into the turn. Footprints in the Sand's got company coming now. On the outside, Nanny Bernice going right on by here as they hit the backside. On the outside, Nanny Bernice has gone to the lead. Footprints in the Sand holding second. Outside, Kokan Harry third. Shuffle back, Silent Movie Star. And then to the outside, Theodore J. Down. They were by the 3/4 in 1:38. And the 2-year-old filly, Nanny Bernice, is turning it on, leading now by about 4.5 lengths. Cocan Harry, an eighth of a mile to go, and Nanny Bernice, the daughter of Artspeak, out by about 4. Cocan Harry second. Theodore J. Down comes on to third. Finally, Silent Movie Star gets some racing room, but it's all Nanny Bernice here in race number 1. Cocan Harry raced well today. Got that second over journey, got the deuce. And the time for the mile, 2:09. It's a maiden record for number 1, Nanny Bernice, and we'll have her in the winner's circle in just a few moments here in race 1.
And Nanny Bernice made the first over move coming to the half into the slower fractions. 31 and 2 was laid down by Footprints in the Sand, half in 105 and 1. Wayne Hubbard moved first over with his charge. Nanny Bernice, and she cleared up the backstretch, just going to the 3/4 pole. And as you can see her getting right down to the wire here, hung on for the length victory in a maiden score of 2:09 flat for Nanny Bernice, the daughter of Artspeak. Congratulations to the Connections owner, Janice Hubbard, breeder Janice Hubbard, trainer Janice Hubbard, and Wayne Hubbard is the driver. We will see them back in the winner's circle coming up next.
Back to the winner's circle now. We welcome the winner of race 1, number 1, Nanny Bernice. She's the 2-year-old daughter of Artspeak, out of the Camlock mare, Favored Odds. Owned, bred, trained by Janice Hubbard. Wayne Hubbard in the driver's seat this afternoon. And for Nanny Bernice, she picks up her first lifetime win. And it's a maiden effort this afternoon, the mile 2:09. Nanny Bernice takes the first here. The mile in 2:09. Congratulations to the Connections on this maiden voyage this afternoon, and a maiden record, 2:09. And the result of race number 1 now official. Nanny Bernice, your race winner. Silent Movie Star was 4th. Cocan Harry 2nd. Theodore J. Down 3rd. Footprints in the Sand 5th. Race times are at the quarter, 31 and 2. Over the half, 105 and 1. 3/4, 138. And the mile in 2:09. Feature pays, first of all, across the board, we'll go with Nanny Bernice, 370 and 380. No tickets sold on number 3, Cocan Harry, to place. The Triactor, 134 on a $2 ticket, $73. $73. 134 combination. And the Exactor combination of 1 and 3, $15.60. Card should read top down here in race number 1, 14235. Up next, race number 2, we do have a driver change on number 2, One Hot Penelope. She'll be handled by Dale Spence. Also in race 2, number 4, Love in Paradise, has been scratched. So that'll leave a field of 5 for the upcoming second race, featuring Exactor, Win and Place, Triactor, on race number 2, with post time in 8 minutes. 8 minutes on race 2. And again, don't forget a barbecue happening right here beside the judges' stand. Hamburgers, hot dogs, and sausages available. They're selling fast. So you want to get in on the barbecue happening. Colleen Clancy, good enough to set up a barbecue once again this afternoon, so we thank her for that. It's a great convenience for the fans here in attendance. And also 50-50. Scott Bernard is around selling 50-50s this afternoon. Draw coming up later on in the program. Right now, 7 minutes to race number 2. 7 minutes. Just wanted to remind racing fans as well that after today's race card here at Exhibition Park, the next scheduled event by Horse Racing New Brunswick will be Friday, August 5th. That's the holiday weekend. And August 5th in Woodstock. Post time scheduled at 6:30. Then we're back here, Exhibition Park, pretty much a month after that, September 3rd. And then we finish the 2022 season off here at Exhibition Park Raceway on October the 15th. So again, just 3 race dates remaining. Woodstock on the 5th of August. Then, of course, the rest of August we are dark here at Exhibition Park. Of course, lots of racing going on elsewhere with Old Home Week included in that. And we're back on September 3rd on that Saturday. And then a little bit more than a month after that, we'll close things out for the 2022 season on October 15th. Now down to 5 minutes on race number 2. We should have the starters out here in just a few moments for the post parade coming up. Again, scratch the 4, Love in Paradise. Dale Spence drives number 2, One Hot Penelope. On the racetrack, going their warm-up miles, a lot of the Barrio McIsaac finalists on the racetrack, including Oris Terror is out there, along with Zendaya Cougar Beach. And also Soul Assassin, they're on the racetrack, going their final preps before the big race coming up in race number 5. There are the handicapper selections on your program right now, and Kurt has gone to number 3, Cutter Loose, over number 5, the Trotter Hull of a Ride, and for third, Elm Grove Quest. And Gerard Smith has gone with a 3-1-5 combination. And I'm going to go with a 3-5-1 combination. I'll go with Kurt here in race number 2. Cutter Loose over Hull of a Ride and Elm Grove Quest. So again, please wager early and avoid the lineups at the mutuals, especially out here beside the judges stand. And also for those of you looking to wager in advance, there are some self-serve machines available in the Sulky Room Lounge that you can take advantage of. Of course, simulcasting going on all afternoon long, and including tonight, as Kurt was telling you off the top, some big racing from the Meadowlands among the action this evening. And also Red Shores goes tonight at Charlottetown. They had a big night there last night with the Governor's Plate eliminations. And if you never heard, we'll update you on the Governor's Plate eliminations in just a moment. Starters getting set now to leave the barn area for race number 2. We'll have post parade coming up in just a few moments. Coming to the track now are the starters for race number 2, race 2. Condition pacers and trotters. Number 1 is Elm Grove Quest, owned by Norm Legier of Shediac, Alan Jones of Riverview. Alan does the training, Todd Trites drives. 2 is 1 Hot Penelope, owned by Walter Simmons of Summerside, Tammy Collins. Dale Spence, as noted, will drive. 3 is Cutter Loose, owned by the MCR Cutter Loose Group of Charlottetown. Mark does the training and driving. 4 Scratch, 5 Hall of a Ride, owned by Janice Hubbard, trained by Janice. John Davidson, as per usual, in the driver's seat. And the outside entry is Roland Pegg, scoring from post 5 now, owned by Dale Orr, Robert Orr, trained by Gordon White. Mark Haig with the drive from post position now, number 5. So there's your field for race number 2, exactor, win and place betting, along with triactor. And just before that happens, we want to update you right now on a change affecting the Barrio McIsaac and also the 3rd race. So if you want to listen up for just a moment. In race number 3, race 3, scratched, is KC Starlight. That's race number 3, scratch the 3, KC Starlight. Then in race number 5, scratch 7, Mitch. Mitch has been scratched out of the Barrio McIsaac. Also in race 5, KC Starlight, the 10 entry, will go into post position number 7 and will be a non-betting entry. And Todd Trites will drive. So again, that is the change for the 3rd race. Scratch the 3, KC Starlight. Also in the 5th race, Mitch has been scratched. That's race number 5, the Barrio McIsaac. Scratch 7, Mitch. KC Starlight, the 10, will go in, will be a non-betting entry, and will be driven by Todd Trites. So that's just to bring you up to date. And now we'll send it down real quickly to Curtis Johnston to have a look at the second race starters.
And the starters on track for the second race after Scott went through those changes for you on the coming up for sure. Going to affect the Barrio McIsaac, absolutely, so good to know that. Cutter Loose on screen right now is my top selection here in race number 2, which is current 2-5 favorite on the board naturally. She races out of the Mark Campbell stable, the 3-year-old daughter of Stonebridge Terror. She comes in off a 7th place finish most recently in Charlottetown. Maritime Breeders finished 7th, weighed 158-1. Start before that, she was a winner in a B division, the Atlantic Sire Stakes, over the off track in Churro, 159-1. She got 2 wins to her credit out of her 15 lifetime starts, 16,000 in the bank, and she's here in the racing the condition level for the first time this year after racing in stakes action exclusively. So I like her as the top choice, and so does the public. She is 2-5. On screen now, my second selection, Hall of a Ride, the trotter. Definitely making news around here as of late. He's got 3 wins out of his 5 starts this year. In 2:04 last week, took a new record. Johnny D does the driving for trainer Janice Hubbard. She owns and is well bred this 4-year-old son of Angus Hall. Of course, we've seen Janice in their first race with Nanny Bernice getting the job done. Going to look for a daily double here, capture the first and second half of the daily double with the trotter, Hell of a Ride, and taking some support on the board currently. Second choice at 5-2.
Last chance at the Mutual. Starters on the backstretch.
On screen now, Grove Quest, as you see the starters moving in. Good value right now on her at 14-1 for a filly that's been top 2 4 of her last 5 starts. She raced out of the Alan Jones stable, and she has rail control with Todd Treitz. Good value at 14-1. Starters are moving in right now behind the gate for race 2. Wings open, wheels are rolling. We'll send it upstairs once again to Scott Waddell with the race call.
Thanks very much, Kurt. And a field of 5. And as you mentioned, Love in Paradise has been scratched. 5 starters, race 2. They approach top of the stretch here. We have Elm Grove Quest and Todd Treitz. One Hot Penelope and Dale Spence. Cutter Loose, Mark Campbell. Hall of a Ride and John Davidson. And Roland Peg, Mark Haig. Field of 5. Here they come. They are off and pacing Elm Grove Quest quickly to the lead. Then on the outside, Hall of a Ride trotting up 2 on the outside. Then getting away third, Roland Peg. Then it's back to One Hot Penelope. Cutter Loose can see them all. An 1/8 of a mile in, led by Elm Grove Quest and Todd Treitz. Leading by about 2. Hall of a Ride sits the pocket, racing second. Roland Peg back third. Then racing fourth, One Hot Penelope, trailing Cutter Loose. Past that opening quarter, 29-2. And Treitz sitting right up on Elm Grove Quest. 3-year-old daughter of Roll With It Harry. Out by 2 full lengths now with Hall of a Ride second. Then looking at it from third still is Roland Peg. And Campbell comes out now with Cutter Loose, moving from the back of the pack. And One Hot Penelope trails halfway home. And Rockin' Todd has Elm Grove Quest pointed on this front end mission. They were by the half. 59-2 into the barn turn they go. Second time around, your leader, Elm Grove Quest. Hall of a Ride, Cutter Loose on the outside. Driving up third, then racing fourth, Roland Peg, and One Hot Penelope onto the 3/4 they go. Elm Grove Quest looking to go gate to wire. The trotter, Hall of a Ride, racing second. Cut Her Loose, racing third. And they were by the 3/4, 1:30-1. Elm Grove Quest, gotta say, she's looking good off the front end. Out by 2 still. Hall of a Ride with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Rollin' Peg. Outside Cut Her Loose and trailing 1 Hot Penelope. But it's all Rockin' Todd. Elm Grove Quest, Hall of a Ride. Trot second. Then the battle right now for third. But you turn to the next page. This one's over. It's all Elm Grove Quest, Hall of a Ride, Rollin' Peg, 1 Hot Penelope, and Cut Her Loose. And the time for the mile. And it's a new lifetime best here on Barry O'Macizic Day for Elm Grove Quest. 2 minutes and 2/5. New record, 2 minutes, 2/5.
I said just as they were headed to the gate that was some attractive looking odds on that filly. She was double digits on the board, still 9-1. What a nice pay ticket on her on the nose. Elm Grove Quest right down the road. Todd Trites, no surprise, right on the front, 29-2. Second quarter breather, 30 seconds flat, 59-2. Rolled her up 3/4, 1:30-1, 30-1 to close it out. New record, nice mile for the filly. Nice record, 2 minutes and 2/5. Hell of a ride. The trotter gets second. Rollin' Peg looked to be the inside, catching the show dough. So we will see Elm Grove Quest coming back in the winner's circle next. Congratulations to the owner, Norman Legier, and Alan Jones, trainer Alan Jones, and Todd Trites in the bike. Elm Grove Quest should be back in the winner's circle next.
And she certainly picked a nice day to pick up a new record here this afternoon. And we welcome back the winner of race number 2, number 1, Elm Grove Quest. 3-year-old daughter of Roll With It Harry, out of the Real Desire Dam, Aquatic Lightning. Owned by Norm Legier of Shediac, Alan Jones of Riverview. Trained by Alan Jones, Todd Trites in the driver's seat. And it's a new lifetime speed badge for the 3-year-old filly. Gate to wire effort for Trites. The mile, 2 minutes and 2/5. Congratulations to the Connections, Elm Grove Quest. She picks up a brand new lifetime record this afternoon. The mile, 2 minutes and 2/5. I want to quickly repeat that in the upcoming third race, number 3, KC Starlight, has been scratched. That's the upcoming third race, KC Starlight scratched. And in race number 5, the Barry O'Macizic, you can scratch number 7, Mitch. Number 7, Mitch, has been scratched. KC Starlight will go in, and will go in as a non-betting entry. And note the driver, Todd Trites, will drive. Just wanted to mention that before we give the official here of race number 2, if you hadn't have heard. And Elm Grove Quest, and Kurt was right. She went off at some great odds there. $20, 10 cents to win, $7.20 to place. And the trotter second paid $2.10 to place. Your exactor, 1 and 5, that's a nice one, $64.40. And how about the triactor, 1, 5, and 6, $362.80. So a nice triactor as well, 1, 5, 6 combination. Once again, we congratulate Elm Grove Quest, a new lifetime best here in the second race. Upcoming In the third, as mentioned, KC Starlight will not go. That'll leave a field of 5 for the upcoming third. Exactor, win and place. No show betting. And triactor betting available. Post time set in 9 minutes. 9 minutes to post on your third race. And as mentioned, big night at Summerside last night, and the Governor's Plate eliminations taking place. And in the first elimination last night, it was Twin B Tough Enough and Jill Barrio getting the job done from the Ron Matheson stable, 153 and 2. A winner there last night over at Summerside. Time to Dance was second in that heat. Bugsy McGuire third, and Rose Run Quest finished third in that one. So those 4 making the final for the Governor's Plate next week. And then in the second elimination of the Governor's Plate, it was No Plan Intended. And he's trained by former St. Johnner Colin Johnson. And No Plan Intended, 152 and 3 last night. What an impressive trip for him. He was sitting 4th at the half and got up for the win in the home stretch. Island Beach Boy and Jill Barrio second in that second elimination. Beach and Lindy, how about that? Steve Charlton getting him into the final. I'm sure Bernie Charlton's a happy lad today. And another Maritime bred, Rotten Ronnie, has made the final of the Governor's Plate in that 152 and 3 miles. So some nice racing there at Summerside Raceway last night, and a big week coming up there, of course, with Lobster Carnival Week. Back here at Exhibition Park here in the third, here are the handicapper selections. Kurt going with a 1, 3, and 4 back in the game. He had put KC Starlight in there, but now Frontier Cruise, I assume, will move into the 2 spot. And Gerard Smith had KC Starlight actually to win, so back in the game. And ultimately Handsome were the other 2 picks for Gerard Smith. So for the upcoming third, I'm going to go to Frontier Cruise to win this one, the 4-horse, over number 1 back in the game. And number 2, Pickpocket Princess. So I'll try a 4-1-2 in the upcoming third race. So good luck with your selections. You got 4 minutes of wagering time remaining. Starters should be on the racetrack in just a few moments. On the racetrack for the Barrio McIsaac final, it's Fernhill Gusto, and he'll take plenty of bettors' attention in the 5th race. Fernhill Gusto, one of the elimination winners. He's got post 2 today. He's out on the racetrack, so making his final prep for the Barrio McIsaac final, going for $41,470, and again, we will announce that change. Number 7 in race number 5. Mitch has been scratched. Casey Starlight will go in off the also eligible list, but she will race as a non-better, so you cannot bet Casey Starlight in the 5th race. But she will take part in the race and will be driven by Todd Trites. And a reminder, in the upcoming 3rd, of course, Casey Starlight has been scratched as she competes in the Barrio at the end of the afternoon. Field of 5, we're down to 2 minutes. Starters for race number 3 now have made their way to the racetrack. Race 3 condition pacers. They go for a purse of $2,200. Led by number 1, Back in the Game, owned by Kevin Harvey of Nova Scotia, Charlie Boland of New Brunswick, George Renison trains, Todd Trites drives. 2 is Pickpocket Princess, owned, trained, and driven by Wayne Hubbard. 3 has been scratched. We go to 4, Frontier Cruise, owned by John Charles Bellevaux and John R. Bellevaux. John Bellevaux trains, Mark Haig driving, will now assume post position number 3. 5, That's Some Plan, also moves in a spot. David Dowling gets a driving call this afternoon for owner Bob McNeil, also trainer. And outside 5 now we'll go to Ultimately Handsome, owned by the Ultimate Stable, trained by Don Hubbard, Kyle Mason. In the bike here this afternoon, that's a field of 5 for race number 3. Casey Starlight is out. She will compete in the final of the Barrio McIsaac coming up in race number 5. Field of 5, and we go to post here in race number 3 in about 3 or 4 minutes. Before that, though, we'll have Kurt have a quick look at his top selections.
Thank you, Scott. And with starters on track for our 3rd race, of course, a little bit different dynamic with the scratch of the 3 Casey Starlight, so down to the field of 5. Doesn't change my top selection, though. Back in the Game. Going to use this mare on top. Coming in off of a 2nd place finish in Truro on July the 1st, raced well, 158 and 3. Basically battled it pretty hard there, as you can see on top. Nose at the half, on the nose at the 3/4 pole. Just Lively Freddy just got up and got her by 1/4 of a length, but it was a good start for the 6-year-old daughter of Articulator. She comes here today as rail control, Todd Trites. I think we've seen that recipe before just in our last race. So we'll see if Todd can, I expect to see this mare on or near the front end, and rightly so. She's taken some money from the public. 2nd choice currently at even money. On screen now is Frontier Cruise. Move him up into the to the 2 spot with the scratch. He leaves from post 3, still big bet as post 4. Currently 7-2 on the board right now. He comes in off of a 3rd place finish here at EPR last week over the off track. 3rd to Privilege, JJ Briand paced a mile 2:03. He hasn't been quite as sharp as he was to start the season. I mean, right off the bat, he had won 2 in a row his first 2 starts here in New Brunswick, right in the top class, and he won those 2. And then other than that, it's been some kind of 3rds, 4ths, and 5ths along the way. So we'll see if he can regain some of that form that he had earlier this season. Mark Haig gets the call again from John Beliveau. Again, moves into post 3. 7-2 right now on the board. Frontier Cruise. On screen now is Ultimately Handsome. He's the value play on the board right now. Nice odds if you're looking for a good winner. 19-1. Leaving from the outside, post 6, moves into post 5 with the scratch. Kyle Mason gets the call from trainer Don Hubbard. The Ultimate Stable owns the 10-year-old son of a Western Paradise. Comes off of a 4th place finish in Summerside on July the 1st. Paced a mile in 2 minutes and 4/5. This is only the Pacers' 3rd start of the season, a little bit later getting started. So he might be getting a little tighter each and every week. He's one of those types that seems to get a little better as the season goes on. So we'll see if he can offer a better performance here this afternoon. But definitely currently value on the board. Good odds right now, 23-1. On screen now is the Public's Choice. That's Some Plan. Narrow favorite at 7-5. Definitely some well spread out bets here in this race over the inside 4 horses. That's Some Plan comes in off of a scratch. Last time he was in action was here at EPR on July the 2nd over the sloppy track. Finished 4th. Paced a mile 2:03.2. Dave Dowling was aboard on that occasion. He is again today for owner-trainer Bobby McNeil. We'll see with him moving in if he can get him spotted well. He's got 1 win this year out of his 14 starts, which was a win in Maine and 159-4. But the public's liking him. He's taking some money, holding the slight favorite at 7-5 as the starters are gathering on the backstretch. And the starters are moving into position. Behind the gate, wings open, wheels are rolling. We'll send it upstairs once again to Scott Waddell with the race call, race number 3.
Thanks, Kurt. Field of 5 here for race number 3, our 3rd race of the afternoon. Condition Pacers, $2,200. 1 is Back in the Game and Todd Trites. Pickpocket Princess, Wayne Hubbard. Frontier Cruise scores from 3 and Mark Haig. That's Some Plan, David Dowling. Outside, Ultimately Handsome and Kyle Mason. Field of 5, here they come. They're off. Back in the Game quickly. Right in the game here and takes the lead. Pickpocket Princess tucks in right in the 2-hole. Then That's Some Plan. Got away to the outside, racing 3rd. And is content there right now. Then racing 4th is Frontier Cruise, and trailing the field, Ultimately Handsome. They go single file, led by Trites again, and Back in the Game. And Trites in a familiar spot on the lead. Racing 2nd, Pickpocket Princess. Back 3rd, That's Some Plan. Then Frontier Cruise still eyes it from 4th. Trailing 5th, Ultimately Handsome. And they were by that opening quarter in a comfortable 30 and 3/5, led by Back in the Game. A length and a quarter back to Pickpocket Princess. Nobody right lining yet. That's Some Plan still inside, racing 3rd. And now makes a move. Here comes That's Some Plan. Then following the cover will go Frontier Cruise. And trailing Ultimately Handsome halfway home. Lots of movement now. The half, 102 and 2. 31 and 4 in the 2nd quarter. Back in the Game. That's Some Plan. Pickpocket Princess. They're side by side. Then Frontier Cruise racing fourth. Ultimately Handsome is getting closer. Onto the 3/4 they go. And the first four starting to bunch up. Inside, back in the game on the outside. That's Some Plan. Then Pickpocket Princess. What a trip she's had on the inside. 132 and 1, 29 and 4 in that quarter. And it's back in the game. That's Some Plan. Pickpocket Princess, Frontier Cruise, Ultimately Handsome, an eighth of a mile to go. Neck and neck for the lead now. Off the turn, and that's Some Plan on the outside, fighting back inside, back in the game. Outside, Frontier Cruise is coming on, tight at the wire, and wow, Frontier Cruise, maybe, but back in the game. Up the inside, mile 2:03, and it's tight to call here in race number 3.
Well, that's certainly a tight one, ladies and gentlemen. Under the wire, photo finish to say the least. Back in the game, set the early fractions, 30 and 3. Backed it down to half from 102 and 2. Sped it up in the third quarter, 132 and 1. As you can see, 4 of them right there getting down to the wire. And the Haggler on the far outside getting the big horse rumbling, getting them rolling up on the outside, the mare on the inside, and they're going to hit the wire together. Very tight call on the wire. Whoo, boys, that's as close as they get. Your guess is as good as mine. I ain't going to pick one on that one. But congratulations to the winner, whoever they are, and we will see them coming up in the winner's circle in a couple of moments.
Well, Kurt, we can tell you in the photo, it's 4 Frontier Cruise. Mark Haig gets up in the stretch, just a caller back in the game at the wire. So a close finish there. Frontier Cruise will welcome back. And back-to-back winners for horsemen from the Moncton area who are down today with us here at Exhibition Park Raceway. Elm Grove Quest winning race number 2 for Norm Legier and Alan Jones. And back in race number 3 now, the winner in the photo is number 4, Frontier Cruise, owned by John Charles Bellevaux of Skiduk, John R. Bellevaux of Dieppe. John does the training with Mark Haig in the driver's seat. The big pacer gets the win this afternoon. In the photo finish, the mile in 2:03. And for the pacer, it's his 13th lifetime victory. And this afternoon, the mile 2:03. So a nice come from behind win for Frontier Cruise. Taking the third race, the mile 2:03. Congratulations. And if you're watching from home or in the teletheaters, you can see the photo finish, the official photo finish there from race number 3 with Frontier Cruise just, and I mean just, nosing out number 1 back in the game with number 5. That's some plan in the photo as well, as Pickpocket Princess even got her head in there. So a good finish there in race number 3. And just 2 races away now from the Barry McIsaac Memorial Final. $41,470 up for grabs. And if you're late arriving, we do have a change in that race. In the 5th race, number 7 Mitch has been scratched, replaced by number 10 KC Starlight, who will go in as a non-betting entry. So please note, no betting available on KC Starlight. She will take part, though, in the Barry McIsaac Final coming up in race number 5. Result of race 3 now official. Back in the game was 2nd. Pickpocket Princess 4th. KC Starlight scratched. Frontier Cruise, your race winner. That's Some Plan was 3rd. Ultimately Handsome 5th. Race times are at the quarter 30 and 3. Half in 102 and 2. 3/4 132 and 1. The mile in 2:03. Frontier Cruise comes from back of the pack to win it in race 3, the mile 2:03. He pays $5.90 and $2.10. Back in the game, $2.10 to place. Exactor $8.40, and the Triactor $415, $40.20. 40-20 on your try. Coming up, race number 4, no changes down your program, field of 6. For you daily double wagers, opportunity here with the late daily double, races 4 and 5. Also Exactor, win and place, Triactor betting, $2,500 purse, field of 6, no changes. Also, last chance for 50-50 tickets. Last chance. We'll have the draw coming up after this race. So a chance to win some extra cash here this weekend for you with our 50-50 draw. Also, while we have a moment, ladies and gentlemen, there are no racing here at Exhibition Park next Saturday. No racing next Saturday. Our next scheduled date in New Brunswick comes up Friday, August the 5th in Woodstock. Connell Park in Woodstock at 6:30, a scheduled card for Woodstock. And then we're back Saturday, September the 3rd, as we take another break. Of course, lots going on over in Prince Edward Island with Old Home Week. Also, Truro has their Grand Circuit Week coming up. And then we're back to conclude the harness racing season on Saturday, October 15th. We'll close it out. For the latest news, you can check all our social media platforms. Instagram, also on TikTok. For those of you who love the TikTok, we're on there as well. And also the official Horse Racing New Brunswick's fan page on Facebook. You can check out all the up-to-date news on there as well. But lots to keep you informed of what's going on here at Exhibition Park Raceway. There's a look at our top 3 selections in the upcoming 4th race. And Kurt and Gerard both like the 6 Privilege and the 1 KD Overdrive for 1st and 2nd. Kurt likes the 2 Montrose Hope for 3rd, and Gerard has gone to the 5 Emperor. And I'm going to go here with number 6 Privilege to win over number 4 J.J. Brienne. I like her to get off the gate here this afternoon. And I like KD Overdrive with the inside post. The post parade is coming up next. And we keep her rolling along here this afternoon with the starters of race number 4 on the racetrack now, led by number 1 KD Overdrive, owned by Steve Mason of Quispam. Steve trains. His son Kyle does the driving from post 1. 2 is Montrose Hope, owned by Harvey Holm, trained by Lucy St. Amour. Wayne Hubbard drives. The 3 Bugger Max, owned by Gordon White and Dale Orr. Gordy does the training. Mark Haig in the driver's seat. John Davidson drives J.J. Brienne for his son, John Davidson Jr. So we got a couple father-son connections here in race number 4. The 5 is Emperor, owned by Jeff Lewis. He trains and drives. Then number 6 is Privilege, owned by Aidan Farish. And the All for Fun stable, George Renison trains, Todd Trites drives. There's your field for race number 4. We've got 6 this time around. Your betting options, Daily Double, 4 races 4 and 5, Exactor, Win and Place, and Triactor. And we'll send it down to Curtis Johnston. He'll have a in-depth look at his selection coming up for race 4.
Deep in the stretch, Hot Rock Star, the Fascinator, Shadow of a Doubt, tight on the line.
Got his pouch in, big stop there from Williams, wrap around here and scores!
Here comes Mystifying! Mystifying!
Starters on track for our 4th race of the afternoon. Nice competitive field of 6 pacers to contest this event. On screen now is my top selection, Privilege. 6-year-old son of Sunshine Beach comes in off of a win here at EPR last week in 2:01 and 2 over the off track. I really liked Todd sat 3rd with him. Did he ever make a second charge on the backside and just blew open the doors and win by almost 8 lengths going away? It was his second start in the Maritimes, as he had a start before that in Charlottetown since relocating from Ontario. As you can see him on screen there right now. He does have post 6 to work with today, but I really like that impressive charge he made last week week in the back half. So I'm going to use him on top here, and he is currently on the board second choice at 8-5. On screen now is KD Overdrive. This horse comes in. He's been racing in Bangor as of late. He's had 3 starts in a row in Bangor since his last start here at EPR. Last time out he was a solid third, paced a nice mile, 1:58-1. He's a 5 times top 3 this year out of 11 starts. Back to his home track to try here this afternoon. Kyle Mason gets the call, as always, from his father, Stephen, who owns and trains the 9-year-old son of Come Mystic. And like with that rail position, I think Kyle might be able to get him spotted well. And he's always a good, strong finisher on the end of the mile. So we'll see if he can get some room to launch a late bid for sure. Good value right now on him, 5-1. On screen now is Montrose Hope. I put him in as my third selection. He's the favorite, slight favorite over Privilege at 3-2. Wayne Hubbard drives the 6-year-old son of Vera Darrow Hanover for Harvey Home. Lucy St. Amory is your trainer. He comes in with 3 top 3 finishes in a row, 5 out of 7 on the season. Still looking for that first win, but he's a grinder. He can always grind himself into a good finish, and I expect we'll see him at some point during the mile. He loves to live on the outside. Regular pilot Johnny D is obviously driving his son's horse JJ Brienne. So Wayne Hubbard will jump up here today. Wayne's had a good day, had a win in the first race with the filly. So we'll see if Montrose Hope might be able to, with the right trip, get into position maybe for his first win of the year. He's holding right now just slight favorite, as I said, over Privilege. He is 3-2. On screen now is Bugger Max. The veteran pacer comes in off of a second place finish last week over the off track to bet him again, albeit by 14 lengths. But the old boy's had a decent season. Of course, we all remember him winning Shaq's Pace back on June the 4th in a wire-to-wire effort in 2:01 and 3. He's got 2 seconds to go along with that out of his 7 starts on the season. We'll see what kind of trip that the Hagler works out for him today. We've seen Mark win in the last race. He's looking to double up on today's program. Good value right now on Bugger Max. Current odds, 5-1. Starters are moving in behind the gate now for race number 4. Field of 6, gate is in position, wings open, wheels rolling. We'll send it upstairs to Scott once again with the race call. Race number 4.
Thank you very much, Kurt. And the starters for race number 4. On the move now, we have KD Overdrive and Kyle Mason. Montrose Hope, Wayne Hubbard. Bugger Max and Mark Haig. J.J. Brienne and John Davidson. Emperor Jeff Lewis. Privilege to the outside and Todd Trites. 6 starters, race 4. Here they come. They're off. Quick start from the outside, and between them there goes J.J. Brienne to the top into the turn. She's got great gate speed. Then Privilege on the outside, racing second, giving chase. Then Bugger Max got away well, racing in third, Emperor fourth. Then it's Montrose Hope trailing KD Overdrive. Onto the opening quarter they go, and Privilege on the outside now takes the lead. J.J. Brienne is racing second. Bugger Max sits early in from third. They were by that opening quarter. Check it out, quickest of the day, 28-2, and up top And cutting it out, your leader is Privilege, a winner last week here. Looking good on the lead. J.J. Brienne second. Then back third, Bugger Max. Here comes Montrose Hope. He's on the move with his patented first up trip. Then on the inside, Emperor locked in fifth. And trailing is KD Overdrive. They were halfway home. 57 and 2 into the turn they go. And Trite straight up on Privilege. Then J.J. Brienne second, Bugger Max still third. Montrose Hope outside fourth. Then racing fifth, Emperor and KD Overdrive onto the 3/4. And Trite's asking your leader Privilege for some more. And boys, oh boys, as she's stepping away here, Privilege takes them by the 3/4. 127 and 1. Privilege and Trites on this front end mission, and he is destroying this field. 1/8 of a mile to go, and it's all Privilege. And the battle, folks, right now is for second. In between a Montrose Hope, outside KD Overdrive with some late pace. You can turn it to the Barry O'McIsaac, because this one is history. KD Overdrive second. In for third was Montrose Hope, but it was all Privilege. And what a mile here this afternoon. 157 and 1. 157 and 1 is Privilege. Todd Trites.
Well, I said in the pre-race that this fellow launched an assault on the back half last week. This week he launched an assault in the first half, middle half, back half. Absolutely dominant performance. We seen Todd win last week with Bedham again. It was win by 15 lengths. I didn't think we'd see that kind of margin topped. It may just have happened there, as this fellow was long gone on the rest of the field. As you can see him right down in under the wire. 28 and 2 when he cleared the quarter. 57 and 2. 127 and 1 to the 3/4. Absolute dominant. 157 and 1 for Privilege. George Renison trains, Todd Trites drives. Congratulations to the connections. We will see them coming up in the winner's circle next.
Well, I think it's fair to say we could call this one dominating by number 6, Privilege, as we welcome the 6-year-old son of Sunshine Beach back to the winner circles. He's out of the American Ideal Dam, American Talia, owned by Aidan Farish of Summerside, along with the All for Fun stable of Truro. And boys, they had some fun today watching this guy go. George Renison trains, Todd Trites driving, and what an effort here this afternoon. Did it all by himself. The mile, 157 and 1. He shows the speed. He won over Flamborough this season, 154 and 4. So this horse has a ton of speed, and a super trip over Exhibition Park Raceway this afternoon. Complete domination by Privilege. The mile, 157 and 1. Congratulations to everyone involved. The mile, 57 and 1, and Todd will now select the winning number in today's 50-50, and we'll have that for you in just a few moments. Congratulations, Privilege, here in race number 4. For the fourth race, Privilege paid $5.20 and $4.20. Exactor $9.40. 6-1 combination. Triactor 612, a $2, paid $34.80.
Give you your lucky 50 ticket number now, ladies and gentlemen. Winner will receive $140. Good prize today. 50-50 goes to the winner, number 3870473. Once again, that's 3870473. You can claim your prize right out here at the bottom of the judges stand. Scott's got your money. Once again, one more time, 3870473. $140 to the winner. Congratulations.
And back to race 4 for just a moment. Here's your official order of finish. KD Overdrive was second. Montrose Hope third. Bugger Max fifth. JJ Brienne sixth. Emperor was fourth. And Privilege, your race winner. 28-2. They were at the quarter. And he just kept motoring. 57-2. 127-1. Came home all by himself. 157-1. Privilege scores for Trites here in race number 4. On to race number 5, and you want to get in early, folks. Wager early. Don't be left out here. And you got 7 to wager on. 1 horse, a non-betting entry. For those of you just arriving, here is the update on the Barry O'Macizic. Horse number 7, Mitch, has been scratched. Scratch 7, Mitch, in the upcoming race. KC Starlight will go in. Todd Trites will drive, but again will be a non-betting entry. Also, we do have an equipment note on number 6, Aldo Wada Cardigan, going from blinkers to a blind bridle. So we got a full field of 8 7-betting entries. Almost $42,000 in purse money. The Barry O'Macizic. And again, folks, you want to get in early. Don't be left out, please, and avoid getting your ticket. Post time now in 7 minutes. And we'll take a look at the selections coming up for the final. Curtis has gone with Fernhill Gusto over Fernhill General, and the 6 Aldo Wada Cardigan. Gerard has gone to Fernhill General over Fernhill Gusto and Aldo Wada Cardigan. And I'm going to go with Fernhill Gusto over Fernhill General and Orr's Terror for third. So there's the handicapper selections. You have 6 minutes of betting time remaining. Again, wager early and make sure you don't get left out here on the Barry O'Macizic stake. Named in honor, of course, of Rufin Barrio, a member of the Moncton Sports Hall of Fame and well-known horseman in the province of New Brunswick. And as well, Francis Macizic, one of the most dominant drivers back here at Exhibition Park Raceway many years ago. And also one of the most dominant racers over in Prince Edward Island. So 2 great horsemen. And Horse Racing New Brunswick are proud to host the Barry O'Macizic Memorial. Coming up next, race number 5. 4 minutes now. Race number 5, 4 minutes. And a lot of early money on number 5, Soul Assassin here early on at 1-2. And the second choice, number 1, Fernhill General at 3-1. Then we got Fernhill Gusto at 5-2. And Orr's Terror at 5-2. That's the early betting action here with about 4 minutes to post, and the starters will be making their way to the racetrack in just a few moments. And again, horse number 7, Mitch, has been scratched. KC Starlight goes in for Todd Trites, but will be a non-betting factor in the finale. So no betting permitted on KC Starlight. We've got a field of 7 betting entries. 3 minutes to post now. 3 minutes on race 5.
Well, we got a sec. Like to congratulate the winner of the 50-50 draw today, Michael Woodley, winner of $140 prize here today in our 50-50 draw. Thank you to everybody that supported. Congratulations once again, Michael Woodley, winner of the 50-50 draw.
Don't forget, after our live racing, all kinds of simulcast action continuing throughout this afternoon and this evening. Some big races from the Meadowlands Kurt was telling you about off the top. Also, Red Shores goes tonight at Charlottetown. So many of these guys involved in the Barrio McIsaac will be taking off and heading straight across the Confederation Bridge after the completion of this one, and getting set for their card tonight at Red Shores. And just a slight delay getting this race away and onto the racetrack with a saddlecloth issue for KC Starlight. Hope to have that rectified in just a second and get the starters on the racetrack for the Barrio McIsaac final. So we'll have a few added minutes for wagering, and pretty even odds board right now, with number 5, Soul Assassin, is still the slight favorite here at 6-5. Number 2, Fernhill Gusto at 5-2. Number 4, Orr's Terror, also at 5-2. And the 6 horse all the way to Cardigan's taking some money now, down to 4-1. And then the 1 entry Fernhill General sits at 7-2. Post parade up next. Here are the entries First, we'll bring along number 1, Fern Hill General. He's a 3-year-old son of Malicious, owned by Peter Smith, Gerard Morrissey, bred by Brian McLeod. Earl Smith trains, Brody McPhee drives. He's got a lifetime mark, 55-1, taken over Truro Raceway. He was race time 2 starts back though, 154-3, and so far in his young career, just a couple of years of racing, has over $54,000 made. So he's going to be tough. Post 1, Fern Hill General and Brody McPhee. And coming out the draw gates now, the 2-entry Fern Hill Gusto. He's a 3-year-old son of Stonebridge Terror. Also bred by Brian McLeod of Truro, Nova Scotia. Owned by the Greyland Farm of Gulf Shore, Nova Scotia. Trained and driven by Mark Campbell. And this pacer has been outstanding. He's won his last 2, including the elimination heat over the sloppy track here, 203-2. Before that, 154-4 over Charlottetown. Fern Hill Gusto and Mark Campbell score from post 2. Next in line, we've got number 3, Maximus. He's a 3-year-old son of Articulator. Bred by the Mac Farms. Walter Simmons of Summerside. Wade Sorey own. Wade does the training on this pacer. A winner of $20,000 this year. He just got 5 starts this year, but 2 starts back. Paced a mile in 55-3 over at Charlottetown. He gets St. John born and bred. Dale Spence in the driver's seat. Maximus from post 3. And next in line, she's the only filly in this afternoon's event. She's actually the second now with KC Starlight drawing in, but she was the only one at draw time. Orr's Terror. She's a son of Stonebridge, or a daughter rather, of Stonebridge Terror. Joe Barrio does the training and the driving. Dale bred this filly in St. John and was a second place finisher in her elimination, charting in 2:01-4 over the off track. She's lightly raced and looking to fire here this afternoon from post position number 4, Orr's Terror and Joe Barrio. Then number 5 is Soul Assassin, another son of Malicious, bred by Greg McKenzie of Nova Scotia. Earl Watts, the master of Windermere Farms over in Nova Scotia, or over in Prince Edward Island, co-owns, along with Hollis Newson and Roger Burns. Soul Assassin has $30,000 earned in his young career. Last year was a standout, 9 out of 10 in the top 3. So far this season has a win in 157-2 over in Charlottetown. David Dowling gets the drive on number 5, Soul Assassin, here from post 5. Horse 6, Aldo Wada Cardigan. He's the fastest winner on the program so far this year. Aldo Wada Cardigan, owned by Jackie Heffernan of Glace Bay, trained by Miles Heffernan. He'll drive here for breeder Berkey by the Bay Stables. And this horse, look down your program there, 4 starts ago, 154-3 over Truro, and he went a heck of a mile in his elimination here at Exhibition Park. Finished 3rd, just beaten a quarter of a length. He likes to be near or on the front, and I think Miles is going to look for an early good start from number 6, Aldo Wada Cardigan. Next in line is Zendaya Cougar Beach, a 3-year-old son of Cougar Hall, Owned by Juanita and Alan McLeod of Brackley Beach. Prince Edward Island, trained by Bill Andrew. Dave Crocker Kelly does the training. Stephen Trites picks up the catch drive. A winner 2 starts back. And what is to believe the fastest son of Cougar Hall now is Zendaya Cougar Beach with that 155 and flat win 2 starts ago. He's got post 8 to contend with today, but don't leave him out. He's tough. Zendaya Cougar Beach and Stephen Trites. And also still to come to the racetrack, KC Starlight. And again, as far as betting, folks, a non-betting entry. She's owned by Don Bishop, Bruce McDonald, Charlie Miles. Bred by Avril Hunter. Here in New Brunswick, Charlie Miles trains. Todd Trites will drive. So KC Starlight, a non-betting entry here in race number 5, Todd Trites in the bike. So there's your starters, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2022 edition of the Barry O'Macisac Final, going for a purse of close to $42,000. Get your tickets early. We'll give you a couple of extra minutes here. The starters take a couple scores, and then we'll be all set. So you don't want to miss out. We'll send it down to Curtis and take a deeper look into the field here for the Barry O'Macisac.
Thank you, Scott. And yes, starters are on track. It's almost showtime for the Barry O'Macisac 3-year-old final. On screen now, my top selection, Fern Hill Gusto. He was the winner of Elimination 1 last week. Slow, methodical grind. Mark Campbell brought his charge up into the action. He cleared late in the stretch, hung on for the win by a nose over the off track in 2:03 and 2. This colt's been really good this year, 7 times top 3 out of 8 starts, over 15,000 in the bank. Draws good with post 2 starts back, and the Maritime Breeders, he drew 2 in Charlottetown and went down the road to a win in 154 and 4. 28 and 1 on the end. So I'm going to give him the slight edge over Fernhill General here today. And right now he is very just a slight favorite with all the horses in here. A lot of them taking some money. Very well bet board, but he is the slight favorite currently right now at 2-1. On screen now is the General, Fernhill General. He was the winner in Elimination number 2 last week over the off-track. Brody McPhee drives the 3-year-old son of Malicious for trainer Earl Smith. Cleared past the quarter last week, 29 and 1. Then he went on to a comfortable victory in the faster of the 2 eliminations in 2:01 and 1, win by 3 lengths. He has rail control here this afternoon, so you know Brody's going to put him into play early. And good ticket on him right now. He was the morning line pick at the top of the page right now, offering really good odds on the General, 7-2. On screen now is the 6th entry, All the Way to Cardigan. He was a 3rd place finisher in the elimination. Just beat a quarter of a length, racing the outside, had to tip 3 wide up the backstretch, closed well in the stretch. He hasn't missed the board this year. Out of 6 starts, almost $20,000 in the bank. Miles Heffernan trains and drives the 3-year-old son of Tobago K's for Jackie Heffernan. I'll have to do the work again from the outside today. Has post 6 to work with, so we'll see what kind of trip that Miles can map out for his charge, but he's definitely got the talent, no question. All the way to Cardigan, 5-2.
Wade is getting in a position. Your final chance here, folks, if you want to get in. Last chance, that's the betting window. Starting gate in the position. So waiting the starters. Barry O'Macisac Final, the richest race you'll see in the province of New Brunswick this year. And we're just moments away.
On screen now, Orr's Terror, 3-1 on the board currently. Of course, locally owned. Dale Orr bred this filly. She's 3-1 currently, 7-2 now, taking some late money. Gilles Barrio trains and drives her. She was second in her elimination. She's got to go up against the boys. One other filly in there, of course, Casey Starlight, coming in off of the scratch, and she will leave out of post 7. But they're assembling on the backstretch now. Very well bet board here for the final. Very competitive race. It's Barry O'Maciasic time, 3-year-old final. Starters are moving into position for the last time today. Wings open, wheels are rolling. Take it away, Scotty, the final of the Barry O'Maciasic.
Thank you very much, Kurt. And the starters for the Barry O'Maciasic 2022 edition. In the hands of the starter, a field of 8. We've got Fernhill General, Brody McPhee, Fernhill Gusto and Mark Campbell, Hamac Maximus and Dale Spence, Orr's Terror Gilles Barrio, Soul Assassin Dave Dowling, Aldo Wada Cardigan, Miles Heffernan, Casey Starlight, and Zendaya Cougar Beach. Off and pacing, Soul Assassin has gone to a break into the first turn. Fernhill General grabs the lead on the outside all the way to Cardigan. Getting involved early, Fernhill Gusto. Campbell is going to keep the hole filled. Up the backside they go, and your leader is Fernhill General as they get settled in. Fernhill Gusto takes the 2-hole trip all the way to Cardigan. Then it's Maximus on the outside, Soul Assassin. Then it's back to Orr's Terror, KC Starlight, and trailing Zendaya Cougar Beach. That opening quarter, 28-1, led by Fernhill General. Then Fernhill Gusto all the way to Cardigan is going to make an early move on the outside. First up from third, Soul Assassin. On the outside, fourth, and Hamax Maximus, Orr's Terror. Outside, Zendaya Cougar Beach, KC Starlight. They were halfway home, 58-2. Into the turn they go. On top, Fernhill General and Brody McPhee, half a length. Outside, all the way to Cardigan, and Mark Campbell's got a great trip. Looking good, Fernhill Gusto. Then on the outside, Soul Assassin, Hamax Maximus. No racing room for Orr's Terror. Then it's Zendaya Cougar Beach, KC Starlight. They were by the 3/4, 128-1. Rounding the turn for the stretch drive. It's Fernhill General. He's looking to go all the way to Cardigan on the outside second with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Soul Assassin is still there after the break. Deep stretch they come, Fernhill General, and the General is in today. He's got enough to win it all the way to Cardigan, and Brody McPhee celebrates across the wire as he gets the job done with Fernhill General this afternoon. And the time for the mile, 1:57-2. It's Fernhill General in Barry O'Maciasic final. Congratulations. Tickets, please, or is it inquiry involving number 5, Soul Assassin at the start? Hold all tickets, please.
And Brody McPhee knew right where he wanted to be with the General, and that was the front end. He front-ended him through splits of 28-1, 58-2, 128-1, well rated, 157-2. As you can see, Brody waving to the sky with Fernhill General getting the job done here in the Barry O'Maciasic final. Congratulations to all the connections, owner Peter Smith and Gerald Morrissey, trainer Earl Smith, Brody McPhee, of course, at the lines. Fernhill General right down the road, wire-to-wire winner in the Barry O'Maciasic final. We will see them coming back in the winner's circle next.
Circle. The winner of the 2022 Barrio McIsaac final goes to one Fernhill General. Fernhill General, he's a 3-year-old son of Malicious out of the Arts Place Dam, Noble Ellen, owned by Peter Smith of Stratford, Gerald Morrissey of Charlottetown, trained by Earl Smith. Brody McPhee in the driver's seat. He's driven him for every career start for this 3-year-old, bred by Brian McLeod of Truro, Nova Scotia. And he takes over $20,000 in purse money, and that's going to put him over 70 or close to $75,000 in purse monies. Did it all the way here this afternoon. Gate to wire effort. The mile in 1:57 and 2. And we have with us on hand members of the Barrio family, including Alfred, the brother of Ruth and Barrio. Also Bev McIsaac in the winner circle, the daughter of the late Francis McIsaac. So we welcome members of the families from both the Barrio and McIsaac families with us today. And congratulations, Brody McPhee and Fernhill General. Trainer Earl Smith. He's had great success in the stakes programs over the years, and certainly this is one of his biggest. Fernhill General, he was a nice colt at 2, and he's come back strong again at 3. It's his 4th win of the season, and this afternoon, 1:57 and 2. Fernhill General, the champion of the Barrio McIsaac 2022 edition. Congratulations. And the judges had a look at the start of the race there with number 5, Soul Assassin, in the break. No violations, no placings or anything regarding Soul Assassin. Made a break on his own. No interference to any other horses. So Soul Assassin, despite making the break, won a big dash here in the final, finishing 3rd. Result of the Barrio McIsaac is now official. It's in the books. Fernhill General, your race winner. Fernhill Gusto, 4th. Hamac Maximus was 7th. Orr's Terror, 5th. Soul Assassin, 3rd. Alda Wada Cardigan, 2nd. Mitch was scratched. Zendaya Cougar Beach, 6th. Woodmere Denver scratched. And Casey Starlight finished 8th. Race times 28 and 1. Almost a perfect rating here. 58 and 2 at the half. Another 30-second third quarter or thereabouts. 128 and 1. And he came home 29 and 1 to win the Barrio McIsaac final. And a nice rated mile. Brody McPhee got the job done right off the front. Used the rail to his full advantage here this afternoon. And gets the victory. Well-deserved victory here in the Barrio McIsaac. That, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our card of harness racing here at Exhibition Park Raceway. If you're with us for the first time, tell all your friends the fun here at Exhibition Park Raceway, and we'll be back once again on Saturday, September 3rd is our next scheduled card here at Exhibition Park Raceway. We are scheduled a card August 5th at Woodstock. And then we finish off the year here at Exhibition Park on Saturday, October 15th. So we can't thank you enough for your support of racing here at Exhibition Park Raceway, for our cards so far this season, and especially for today's big event. And thanks to you, those of you watching online with us. Hope you enjoyed today's action. And those of you racing at other tracks in the Maritimes coming up, best of luck. There's some great racing coming up. including Lobster Carnival Week, the Governor's Plate Final. We'll have all that available in our theater locations in New Brunswick. And as far as simulcasting here at Exhibition Park Raceway, we continue today. And we have Red Shores tonight and a big card at the Meadowlands. So as they say at Leon's, we'll see you in September. Our next card here at Exhibition Park Saturday, September 3rd.